I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Maki. It was a grown person. I know it was.
Maki, yeah, I know.
What if it was 2 Maki stacked on top of each other?
Were they in a trench coat? Fell for the clever trick. So you did witness the crime. I don't know if I can do his voice without gagging. And the killer was a grown person, you say?
This is my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play, Air Forehead.
Very well, Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination. Great going, Apollo. You were right about Lamior. What's wrong? You don't look too happy.
This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong.
I can do her voice, no fucking issue with Judge, though. It makes me want to vomit.
Are you putting more air out? I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. So you were heading toward the dressing room? Yes. So this is a little before she opened the dressing room door and dropped her brooch. About the same time Emma and I heard those shots. I was on my way back. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. What exactly is something like a little window? Yes, well, window is the best word I know in English. I think this is how it is said, yes? You need not worry, Ramiro. The choice of words is impeccable. There is a small window in the dressing room in question. Perhaps the defense remembers this detail. A little window on the wall. I saw the crime from there. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. You are certain you heard 2 shots fired? Yes, quite certain. I was on my way to the backstage exit. This is when I heard a faint sound, like a gunshot. Wondering what it had been, I peered through the window. It is when I heard the second gunshot, much closer. There were 2 bullet holes at the scene. No contradiction so far. It all happened on the other side of that window. There was nothing I could do.
Or did it?
But it wasn't Maki! It wasn't Maki who shot. Are you sure? Yes, quite certain. It amuses me that you would question her testimony. It is testimony in your favor. Isn't it my job to object?
Yeah, Apollo. What were you thinking?
Lucy, let's just listen to what Lamuro has to say. Can you tell me how you were so sure? Yes, of course. You see.
Alright, can you add new testimony, please?
It was a grown person, I know it was. That's not new testimony!
Makes it easier to contradict.
A grown person? It's a little vague. I am sorry. My skill with your language is lacking, I know.
Certainly, could you at least see whether the shooter was male or female? I gotta wait till I yawn to get his voice out.
It was a man. A young man. Young man.
You sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear. Voice?
Looking at this diagram, it seems the dressing room was quite cluttered. It does just seem like that you wouldn't clearly... Jesus. It does seem likely that you wouldn't have had a clear view of the shooter.
There's a senior eye with eyeball on my ears and my eyes.
I'm dead.
Oh.
No pulse.
Oh shit. Gotta get the defibrillator. Second time this day. When I hear the voice, I do not forget it. That voice. It was the voice of a man.
Can't die till you're done reading your lines.
So you heard the voice. But wait. Wouldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Reduce? Absolutely not. I just say that I do not forget the voice. If it was Mr. Letus who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed. So you were at the window when you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man. Apollo, this is a good testimony. I got the popcorn to prove it.
You.
That proves it.
No food!
I'm sorry. I got the ballpark hot dog to prove it.
Task! Who's eating in the courtroom?
I got the stadium day-old nachos to prove it.
Yeah.
Stale chips.
Oh.
That have become soggy. They've become
nacho
soggy
cheese.
because they've been drenched in nacho cheese. That's been sitting in
It's not the cheese, it's the salsa. The salsa water. That's what makes all of it gushy and suck.
Indeed. If this turns out to be true, it would be cast this case in a... It would catch, fuck. Yeah, there's that second stroke.
No.
Right there. If this turns out to be true, it would cast this case in a considerably different light. What is the defense's opinion of this testimony? Your Honor? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there's contradiction.
Though it pains me to say this, there was something about Lamuel's testimony that rings false. But although, forehead, you're colder than I thought. I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. As has been established, no grown man could pass through that air vent. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime.
But that means Lamier has to be lying.
I know. And I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting. It is as Ed Forehead says. Yet, it is not the only contradiction within her testimony. What next? What's he talking about? Amior, I understand why you would want to protect Maki. Yet remember, you're the siren of the ballad, and lies should not become such a creature.
What does the prosecution mean? Apollo, what's he talking about?
How could the bat an eye when he said stuff like that? I recall the state of the crime seemed quite well. The state of the room? Yes, and when the murder took place, that window was closed. I find it hard to believe that you could hear a voice through it. What? But I'm sure. Amior, I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense. My opinion of you as a witness is somewhat lesser.
Objection!
But she's the only eyewitness we have!
Objection!
So you say, and the victim named her, the siren, as the witness. That's right! That's what Mr. Latus... We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility. And it brought us to this. Herr Judge!
Yes?
The prosecution requested the witness be executed. Not be excused.
Granted.
No! Please.
Too late.
No.
Hang her body for display.
No contract. I have to pay a lot of money now.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. There is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But when we all can't testify.
Then we don't have a chance of proving Maki's innocence. This cross-examination is over. Prosecutor Kevin, you may continue making your case.
Okay. Really. And yes, I would like to hear from Farlene Detective again.
Objection!
Wait! Let me hear Lamuel's testimony one last time!
But the cross-examination is already over until such a time as a need arises. This witness may leave the stand.
I'm sorry I could not be of more assistance.
Don't you smile at me from underneath that cloak.
It's more like a garb. I'm away!
No, that one's engine blew up.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it going quick enough.
I am back. Does anybody have an Uber? Is that what they do in America? Alas,
my motor has exploded.
Back to the real trial. At the air forehead. I just missed my only chance. Lane detective, that's all have we gotten until we were so rudely interrupted. Don't ask me. I dislike saying the same thing twice. And I never repeat a song for an encore.
I don't think fans like when they do that.
I don't know if it ever happened to me. Big fan I've seen have played the same song for an encore.
I'm sure back in the day, I think nowadays there's enough that you don't.
Ah, yeah, probably.
If you would, Miss Sky.
I believe I was saying that the only way Mr. Latus's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Like what? I can see Metallica repeating, but that's only because they can never remember what songs they've written.
Ah, yes. Because they're old.
That's true. Their drummer can't remember what fucking songs they've done, so he wings it every fucking time. And the guitarist,
well, they always have like a piece of paper on the floor doing what songs they're doing in order.
His issue is remembering what that song is.
Oh.
And then their lead guitarist, was caught reading a tabs book on one of their songs because he couldn't remember how it was played. Ah, yes, there was only one door in the room, and a witness, you, was standing in front of it.
That air vent isn't very big, see, Jay? Kind of limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. I think it would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets the conditions for our killer is the defendant. A virtuoso performance! I couldn't have put it better myself.
She does state a clear case, though reading the report something caught my eye.
Oh? What's that?
The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
Circumstances? Again?
Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Rocky? That was bizarre.
She's right. Why did Mr. Latus's body disappear from the room?
I think the better question is how did his body disappear from that fucking room?
And why? And when? And end up on top of that stage tower.
Dr. Phil, answer the question, please.
Only they could do. No less. You're a fucking punk. Whatever that clip is. He's just reading off the text messages. I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to hit you with a baseball bat.
I thought you'd bring up when he interviewed a serial killer. The guy who killed his mom. Most awkward interview fucking ever.
A perceptive observation, Judge.
You ever sit in an interview and it's just Dr. Phil going, Why'd you beat your mom's head in?
Why'd
and then
you kill her?
the dude is just like, I don't know. I know what I was doing.
Well, that's all the time we have today. You're going to the ranch.
Thanks. It was kind of an accident, really. But you work in this job long enough, you get a nose for things. Jed sure seems pleased with himself.
Very good, Frowning Detective. Perhaps you could tie it all together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does that lead us to our killer? The killer!
He was dragged through the vents.
Oh my god. I believe Maki stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lamio's song. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim, and Maki practically left his signature at the scene. All of this evidence clearly points to the defendant.
Maki, I told you not to piss on the crime scene.
Lamio's song? Yes, I think it does serenade. You noticed this code too, did you not? It's code. All the events that day followed the lyrics to our song.
Sugar, sugar.
First, the keys my heart held on so tightly were stolen. And Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flames on stage. Mr. Latrice's life was taken by a bullet. The rest only needs explanation. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky.
That's mad. It's like a story out of some fairy tale. His voice is gonna have to change.
It's going to turn into Sean Connery or Brian Blessed. I admit I forgot about the song. But there it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were.
Hey, you know I was the one who first noticed that. I've heard of jumping rope to songs and counting the 2 songs. But killing?
It's a wild world out there, Air Judge.
Very well. We've heard of one song and dance. Let's get on to the next. The cross-examination!
I'm not so sure I'm going to be doing much singing.
Already about 1 bottle down of water.
I have like 15 in there. I believe that.
Let's see how many we can get.
Yeah, come on! Let's keep down! I believe the Maki stole the body because of some lyrics. Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics? I didn't believe it myself, but it can't just be a coincidence. It is as Frontline Detective says. Let's begin with the first verse. If you would, Frontline Detective. What? You want me to sing it? You're the witness, yeah? Or did you want me to sing? I warned you, my fee as a vocalist is not trivial. Fine, fine. Let's look at the first part of the lyrics, shall we? When you just stole away the keys, my heart held on so tight. Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped key ring was stolen that morning. Next, we go to the right page of the lyrics sheet. Where we find, burning on in my heart, fire burn my love away all the way. As we know, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame.
As she burned his love away, the guitar.
Yeah. I got a bullet of love, fire, take my life away, all away. Ow! As Latrice's life was taken by a bullet.
That is wrong bullet of love.
You misunderstood the lyrics. Frontline Detective, you're singing. It's not bad. Now for the finale. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky. As it says in the lyrics, Mr. Latrice.
And the guitar
was found with the guitar, high in the sky over the stage. No series of coincidences could be so well conceived. He's right, scientifically speaking. What would Walkie have said? That concert was whack?
It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like
that. Anyway, the shooter. He moved the body to match Lamio's song. Does the prosecution have any idea why he'd do all of this? You want my scientific opinion? No clue. But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason. A deep reason. Not only did he steal my keys, he touched my guitar! Unforgivable acts even if he had a reason, and worse if he had none! The diva's complaints aside, I can't imagine someone doing this on just a whim. Frontline Detective! I think I fitted that description!
Indeed, it does seem too well rehearsed, shall we say?
Yes, this crime was planned for sure. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim. Ah! But Mr. Latrice spoke English.
I'm not drunk, you're drunk.
He may have come to this country before. I looked into that, I assure you. Oh? It was his first time in the country, it seems. Apparently he learned English on his own. Great. You see? No one here had a motive to kill him. Certainly not in such an elaborate fashion.
Does seem difficult to imagine.
Unless our famous prosecutor did it as a publicity stunt. What did you say?
Prosecutor Gavin, you did this to promote your song?
Of course not. I am quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of her claim. Why would I need promotion? Everyone already listens to my music.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Yes. But I don't need any publicity. I already have good publicity.
They're even in my textbook at school.
I never even heard of them. What does that say about me? I was just kidding. Don't get all worked up, clever boy.
Sparkles.
And Marky practically left his signature at the scene.
What is his signature?
What do you mean by his signature? The bullet holes in the wall, of course. The bullet holes. I'm gonna tackle you. The revolver was fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
But there were 2 holes in the wall. Yeah, I know we were already a bullet through the show.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm going to suplex you so hard.
When this camera turns off, you're in for a world of hurt.
We got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes left, bucko.
And that means what exactly?
That dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would be difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range.
Difficult to miss, you say?
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim. No! You can't be serious!
Maki, he can't see. That's why he missed.
It's the only explanation that makes sense. He used sound and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly. That reminds me! The monitor in that room was blaring at the time, yeah? The ideal conditions for tracking by sound.
A blind shooter. No wonder he missed.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think, Justice. What do I do now?
You know what?
I think I might take a vacation.
I think I might just sit back and watch this all take place. I think we should raise it up.
And raise an objection! Sure, there were bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see! Oh, how so? Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That certainly is possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
The revolver?
The revolver was a very large caliber, correct?
If the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why it would dislocate the shoulder.
Exactly. The
Ironically,
defendant...
you mentioned that Maki was taken to the hospital with a dislocated shoulder.
Yikes. He fell! Yes! Strike that from the record, please. The defendant, Maki Tobaye, is, as you can see, tiny. That little fucking punk over there? Tiny. It's not so hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would throw off his aim.
A convincing argument, to be sure.
Aha! Take that, smug prosecution.
I'm Apollo.
What?
That bit about Maki being tiny and the gun throwing off his aim. Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it?
Oh. It does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on that point. Cripes! I really put my food in it for it next time.
I put my food in there.
But let's get to the facts of the matter on the... Let's get the facts of the matter on the record. If you would, Fraulein Detective.
Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony.
Right. From the state of the crime scene, I conclude that the shooter was blind. You can't say he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall! I think I've proven that! I wouldn't call it proof, per se. Huh? He was merely raised a possibility. The detective has made the most logical conjecture based upon the evidence. Of course, there's more evidence than just bullet holes. The defendant was the only one who could have escaped through the air vent. But wait! If he was blind, how would he know about the air vent in the first place? Ah, a very good point. Well, Fraulein Detective, if you will care to explain. He certainly seems sure of himself. We'll call the crime scene, if you will. There was a stepladder below the air vent. As it happens, maintenance was scheduled that day. Custodial staff went around checking all the air vents. I don't believe it. Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance, including Maki Tobaye. He would have known that there would be a way out at the top of that stepladder. But that's... Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this? You could have figured it out for yourself. He only needed to consider what that stepladder was doing there.
He doesn't speak English.
Hang on a second.
Who told him? He doesn't speak it! Looks like the defense's objection has been squished by a stepladder.
Better forward. Out of ammunition, perhaps? I've never seen Prosecutor Gavin so aggressive. Maybe he's caught the scent of blood.
Want a good spanking?
Oh yeah, I could give you a good spanking.
Apollo, don't you have something? Anything? You know what we need? We need something to prove the killer could see. God, that sounds disgusting. That'll put him inside. Put him in his side himself. That'll put him in his place.
Proving the shooter was sided with it. That would take down one of the essential points. Do I have any evidence that can prove that though? Any evidence that the shooter could see? Well, we got the lyrics right here. Don't care. Don't care. The revolver! It's a deadly weapon. There's a brooch in the crime scene. Well, the formula. Don't care. Keyring was stolen from Gavin. Death from blood loss. There's the crime photo. Him dead. Writing the message. Wiped away. Diagram. 4 holes there. Dead body there. What proves that the shooter could see?
Could you make the argument that he could see? Because how else? Like, how would he know that he wrote a message down and wiped it away?
Fine. I accept the prosecution's challenge. As I knew you would, Ed for Ed. What exactly am I up against here? The prosecution is saying the shooter missed because they couldn't see. Therefore, Maki, who's blind, did it.
They just sit there and be like, Maki could hear the blood getting smushed on the ground. He's fucking Daredevil.
No,
he knew.
No, he's like, I am writing something right now.
It's good day, comrade.
Yeah.
I'm writing name down.
Maki, how do you spell your name?
The defense will please present their evidence. Evidence that overturned the prosecution's claim that the shooter couldn't shoot.
This is the evidence!
Don't you fucking yell at me, you little pipsqueak fuck. The photograph of the crime scene.
I don't care much for the smoke on Prosecutor Gavin's face, but this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There was something in here that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point. Perhaps you best show us this something. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it to good use, yeah?
Which blood stain is the issue? Very well, show us what you're talking about, Mr. Dessers. The contradiction.
Oh. Did I miss? The contradiction's right here! Okay, I got it. Good.
The floor?
No! The smeared bloodstains.
I thought it was just my blurry vision. But it really was blurry. The way the victim's hand is raised above his head. Much like a gesture I have seen many times in this court.
Almost as if you wrote something.
Aha! I get it! At last, I think I get it.
At least, I think I get it.
Ah, shut up.
Get what, Fraulein?
When Mr. Latouche was shot, he tried to write something. And what would he write but the shooter's name? Just sticks his finger into his shoe. Ah!
He pulls out the bullet anyway.
And what would he write?
You left this.
But his own blood. Pretty good, huh?
Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here.
That should be the distinct possibility.
Victim wrote the killer's name. Certainly a logical conclusion.
Trap, I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that. Sorry.
I mean, Gavin's here. I'm gonna help myself.
Of course it rubbed out. Why? If I were a killer. But I'm not a crook. I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I.
What's your new judge voice? It's fucking Nixon.
Someone has anything else to say?
About what?
So the prosecution accepts this? You agree that this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out? What's your point? What's my point?
And I'm repeating everything.
Let me ask you this!
I've been fooling myself on the TV.
You're a jackass, yes, you jackass. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name?
And everything you're saying is repeating back.
Well, Mr. Lotus was writing something in blood. Once the killer saw what it was... Wait.
Once he saw it, once he saw what it was.
But what did you just testify about the shooter? I said, they were blind. Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that! The killer had to have been able to see! Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise?
He was just lucky he stepped on it.
May I remind the court that the defendant Maki Tobaye is blind? He couldn't have been the shooter! Impossible!
Order. Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what all this means. I mean, looking at this photo, it seems quite clear to me that the shooter could see. Get up on a tell now.
It seems I owe the court an apology.
My courtroom.
I apologize. Mwah. I apologize to you as well. Mwah. The Cavaliers are a band with law enforcement ties. Yet a murder occurred during our concert. Apparently this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not filed in an entirely timely matter.
Damn it, Edgeworth.
I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here.
Hey, Apollo. Look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't. He's about to tell us?
I've got an idea. Let's rock! With these documents. But before that, I have a question for the following detective. If I may. What? Tell me, why do you think that Maki Tobaye is blind? Huh? What did he say? What are you saying? Of course he's blind. Of course. He's the blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't Lemuel lead him around by the hand all the time? No way. I have a report here on the defendant Maki Tobaye. According to this, Maki Tobaye can see perfectly well. What? His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by those clever Borginians. He can see quite well. But you said... What did I say, exactly? Therefore, not once in the course of this trial have I claimed the defendant was blind. Only one who did was following detective. But that's a significant fact, yes. Consider, Maki Tobaye sees. And he was the only one who could have fled through the air vent. I see no problems with this. But what about the bullet holes in the wall? Yes, the bullet holes. I believe therefore I neatly explained those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was the kickback from the 45 caliber revolver. A simple accident in the woods. How's that?
He pulled the trigger and it slapped him in the face.
Yeah. He was holding it sideways.
Oh, I tried to do a gangster shot.
Yeah. I'm afraid your objection has just flown off from brighter skies. Is this where the real fun begins, Airforehead? Yeah! I knew you didn't have what it took. You jerk! Just what was I in here for? Comic relief?
Yeah, apologize.
Oh, sorry.
That's no way to apologize.
Saying the truth now. Look out.
If I may, we can please end the bickering now.
Oh, whatever. I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come up with some clue to solve in this case if he kills me.
But your testimony has already given us enough to convict the defendant.
Don't say that. Aha! Aha what? This bloodstain? Criminal tried to wipe it off, right? seems to be what happened, yes. We might be able to find out what was really written here. Really? You can do that? That's right. With this.
Using DS controls.
Luminol. Do we know of it? It's a chemical that reacts to blood. Ah, yes, we have done those tests. Have we done those tests yet? Ha! As if I'm going to tell you. The bloodstains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request it here in court now. Says Trucy. Right, go for it, Apollo. Huh? I have to do the test. You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple. A chemical that reacts to blood. I've heard of this somewhere.
Yes, I believe an analysis is called for. How about it?
Right, ready? It's easy as pie. Just press this red area. Here, give it a try.
Sorry, Splinter.
The eyes of the entire court are focused on me.
It's the Splinter that fucking Squidward gets.
Oh god.
Not even that, it's when he jams his toe underneath his
no, don't let me, don't remind me.
Now put that video in right here.
No, don't.
Her child was haunted.
Yes.
Apollo, your hand's shaking.
Yeah, let's do it! Ah!
A Pixie 14206.
Wow.
I pissed myself.
Oh my god, it's a confession! It really works!
This must be... Can I see the evidence? Can I see her postcard? Alright. Good enough for me.
Okay, yeah.
This must be... This must be the power of science!
It says IPXX314206. Is that the killer's name? Elon's child.
Maybe it is, but if the killer was a robot...
I have it! So what is it? I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. This is an Interpol ID number. Interpol? You mean the International Police Agency? Yes.
No!
Those are undercover agents working to solve international crimes. But why would he write that number? Why would Mr. Lutus even know a number like that? Good show, Frowning Detective! Rock on! Huh?
So, are we not gonna look up that number?
Your we can verify this number immediately. That's what I'm doing! Give me a second!
So much for the dramatics. Jesus, just get to the point, man.
Well, you know you're there. Come up to the witness stand. Arrest that fucking fat fuck in the stand!
Hey, you get your hands off me!
No! You were solving the case for me! Dorian, here's what we need. Go check into this Interpol ID number.
Every player who plays this game is just the person in the stand telling the attorneys what they need to use for evidence. Hey, object. He's wrong.
What? Huh? Okay.
Sure thing. Give me 30 minutes. No. Give me 27. I'm not sure what to think of all of this. The prosecution's case is airtight, or so it seems. The guitar case!
No! I said get them out of here!
Yet, if this number is really that of an Interpol agent...
Oh, wait. I know. One of Makidabaya is really an undercover Interpol agent. That would be a possibility.
A possibility, yes. And one that would mark him as the killer for certain.
Why did Lutus know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know. Well, we have some time, but we will wait Darian's report. Let's work on unraveling the mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Makidabaya. What are you talking about? Probably detective. Please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see just before the trial began. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you. You had me until that last bit. This does not raise a rather straightforward question. Well, sure. Why did Maki pretend he couldn't see? Exactly. It makes little sense. What do you think, Airforehead? Huh? Me? Makitabai pretended he was blind. Do you know why? How could he know? How could he know? I mean... That's what you look like.
If I wanted you to see the nudes, I would have sent them to you.
Have you sent plenty?
I've got all
Yeah.
right there. They're in a secret folder called Taxes 2020. Wait a minute, you didn't have a job in 2020?
Yeah, the sexy tax.
Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why? Doesn't he?
It's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on the whole time. Something wrong. Do you think perhaps this is all some kind of game? No, that's
Gang? Did you say gang?
No, not a game. A game. No, we're a fucking club. That was just an expose. What the no, that the moment I heard that report, I knew why.
We ain't no gang.
Yeah, I know. There's on the expose.
sorry, is that expose? I was not expecting. That's two quotes I was not expecting. I was not expecting Impractical Jokers or SpongeBob. I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else.
Doesn't have to do with anything. There was a reason why Makitabai pretended to be blind, but it wasn't for his own sake. Getting the picture now? It wasn't for himself?
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign blindness?
Well, we're gonna figure that out in.
Oh, fuck, there's another one?
Thank you for watching this episode of Apologies Makes Like Scrap to verify that we upload, which is...
Oh, fuck, every day?
Bye-bye!
It's just an expose.
It's just a...